Hello guys, what's going on? It's Khan and welcome to another Overkill's The Walking Dead video. Now in this video we are going to be taking a look mostly at character progression and each of these individual characters. I'm gonna probably chop this up into 4 different videos because they're 4 different playable characters, and we're going to be taking a look at what they're good at, what they do, and the kind of progression that you can unlock as you continue to play the game. So there are a few things that we need to know about this game in particular. Number one, I'm playing the beta. This is the PC closed beta, so all of this information is going to be from there. These things are subject to change because this is, after all, a beta. This is beta version 1.0.0.0, and yeah, I'm gonna try and do this so that you guys can, before you buy, I know a lot of people are kind of on the fence because they'd like to know what this game is about in terms of the progression. How is it going to keep me interested for the money? What am I going to be doing to continue playing this, and what do I get for it? So we're going to be taking a look at that for each of the individual characters. Hope you guys enjoy. If you do, be sure to comment, let me know anything you'd like to know. I'll try my best to answer it, and yeah, hope you enjoy. If there's anything you want to know, be sure to let me know. All right, let's get started. Alright, so starting up the beta, if you are new to the beta, you probably opened it and you just saw the first shot kind of story mission where you have to fend off different hordes, and then there's Anderson Camp, and then this central Georgetown area is probably going to be grayed out if you're just starting, and then from here you can go into the other story mission, Hell or High Water. Now we're not really going to be talking about Hell or High Water. I'll probably do another playthrough of that. The earlier video that I did was as quick as I could before I could get to work, and yeah, I just had to hurry up and get through that and try and get something out. So what we're going to be doing in this video, of course, is looking at the characters. Now the character we're going to be looking at in this video, we're going to just start from the top and work our way down. We're going to be taking a look at Heather. As you can see, I played with each and every one of these characters at least a little bit, just so that I could get an idea of what they were about and talk about some of the things I liked and didn't like about each one of them, and try to give you an idea so that you know what kind of character you want to play with. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Heather. Heather is the scout class. So you can see which class each one of the characters is. It's right under their name. Heather is a scout. Aiden is a tank. Grant is the tactician, and Maya is support. Now, you have your levels. These are going to be your grinder levels, which are going to help you kind of move up. These are the levels you're going to be grinding for. And then we have this kind of lightning thing. And these are just like resource scavenger, I guess, kind of bonuses type things. I'm not really sure 100%. Let me stop before I shoot myself in the foot and lie about something. I'm not really sure exactly what this is, but I'm guessing this is for some kind of bonus or for the skills. So looking at Heather, she is a resourceful scavenger. Heather Campbell has the ability to spot, loot, and traps for her team in the field. Her smoke grenade makes it easy for her to escape combat and outsmart enemies. So this is going to be pretty useful. If you get into a pinch, you can throw your smoke and you can kind of run out of there, get out of there. And from what I've seen through gameplay, I've thrown this smoke and been able to go in and deal with some barricades, go in and fix barricades very quickly, but the smoke does dissipate, so you do have to worry about that. Now with Heather being the scout, her basic weapon that she comes with is this Deca Compound common crossbow. The damage on it is pretty good. Stability and all that stuff is all right. The reload is not horrible, but the problem is it's a single shot. And me personally, the one gripe that I had with this was during the reload animation, it kind of jittered the camera around a little bit, and it got For me personally, it just got a little bit annoying with the way that the reload looked. The first couple of times it was like, oh cool, you know, it's moving with the bow and arrow, but after a while when you have zombies kind of breathing down your throat, the last thing you want to do is just kind of have this annoying little camera jitter. I personally didn't like it, but if you played it, you let me know what you thought about it. Did you think it added to the realism, or did you get annoyed by it as well? Let me know. Next, we have her sidearm. This sidearm is the FIK P255. It's a common pistol. Damage on it is alright. The cool thing about it is during the beta, most of these zombies die off of a single headshot. So the majority of the kills that you're going to be doing are probably going to be from her sidearm. And it seems that way for a lot of the characters. Most of their main weapons are just a little bit too slow firing, or they don't really kind of stack or compound. In the first Horde base protection mission, during the other story missions, it may be a different story, but we'll see how it all plays out. But for the most part, the sidearm really seemed like it was very serviceable. You got 12 rounds. It didn't make a whole lot of noise, and like I said, a single headshot would take down most of the zombies unless it was a bloater or one of the security guys with the helmets. But for the most part, you took out most of the enemies pretty quick. Then you have your rugged ice axe. Not a huge fan of the melees, but they can work in a pinch. So if you do need to kind of switch over to one of these things because you've run out of ammo and you're nowhere near an ammo box and you've got a zombie or two kind of in your vicinity, you can back off, get a swing, back off, and then come back in. Like just kind of dance back and forth, get a swing or two, just so that they don't grab you. And it's not bad. Now, because Heather is the scout, again, she has the smoke grenade. This is her signature ability. I have 0 out of 8 skill upgrades for this. If you want to craft it, you can see down at the bottom it has the 4 for battery, the 1 for cloth, and then I'm pretty sure, or I guess the other one is 2 for maybe like some kind of steel plating. Not 100% sure of everything that's going on here. This is still very new to me, and this is day 1, so I'm learning just like a lot of people, but I did want to get this information out. It does cost to craft upgrades, and then that's something to look forward to. So that will keep you playing, so the more you play, you get more materials, and the more you can upgrade your characters. Now you also have customized. These are some of the outfits. Unfortunately, this is a first-person shooter, so you're not really going to see a lot of these outfits, which is kind of sucks. But I mean, I guess you can look at your teammates if that makes you happy. This is her original outfit. This is the Carnage outfit. This one has a whole bunch of blood on it, so this is something that you can work towards if you want to have that as your character. We have the Night Raid. This one a lot more clean. You can't really 3D model turn these, but it is what it is. Then we have the Gun Runner skin. This one has a red jacket, got a nice little patch on the side. Then we have the Overkill version. This one also has a red jacket. I believe this one is open and the other one was, nope, they look about the same. This one has Deca on the side. This one doesn't have anything like that, and it does have the Overkill logo there. And then we have Horizon, which is blue. You got a little Thunder t-shirt. Blue patch, and then I think the top of the bottle is blue. Her face is all beat up and she got bandages and stuff. Doesn't have it on the Overkill one, but the face looks about the same on Overkill and then the Gun Runner. So it's all up to you. You're probably not going to see it anyway, so no biggie. Then you have your knives, which kind of knife you want. She got the butterfly knife, the Matador. We have a whole bunch of different knives. The Overkill knives all look pretty cool with the logo and the red and the black. We've got the England, pretty nice grip on that one. That looks pretty dope. And then this is the Night Raid knife that I think other characters have. I've seen that model for other characters. I didn't see too many of the other ones have the switchblade, so this is a bit different for the character. And I forgot one thing. Let me do one more. Let me customize. Then you also have flare guns. These are probably going to be useful for other missions. And then you also have water bottles. Nothing super amazing here. and then the none. This one is the most hilarious of them all. This one says none. You press it and there's nothing. So yeah. So now getting on to the upgrades so that you kind of know what's going on with this. First, you kind of have to know that there are camp upgrades and then there's your actual character upgrades. And this does make a bit of a difference, and you will kind of get to know more about this later on. But just as you know, if you are playing the beta, there are upgrades, and these upgrades actually unlock that grayed out area. So you have the hub, and then you have the other routes, and these routes are going to cost you not too much in terms of parts, and you upgrade that route and maybe upgrade the other one, and these unlock different things. So this one unlocks the central Georgetown area, and this one unlocks the West End area of DC. You will need to do this if you are playing on the beta, just to unlock more, so you're not doing that same old mission over and over again. So if you want to know about Hell or High Water, then definitely unlock these other routes and you should be good to go. Now, just so you know, because this kind of does tie into upgrading your character, there are different places that you can also upgrade and spend your parts that work towards helping to level up your class or the particular class that you like. So since our character is not depot is for the tank, the range is for the ranger, or the range is for the tactician, sorry, and then the radio is for the scout. So because she is a scout, if you want to make her your main, you'll probably want to unlock or upgrade the radio area first. The radio is an important area of the camp that develops the skills of the scout class character and survivors. So here, if we had the parts for it, I actually used some of my parts to level up the hub, or kind of upgrade the hub. If you want to do the radio, this level of the radio unlocks the ability to upgrade scout survivors, the crafting core ability tree, and the radio workstation. The power kit is also available for unlock. So with this, you have something like the scout survivor. This is going to be one of her upgrades. Lowers the survivor mission duration by 20% if one or more scout survivors are assigned to the mission. So that means that if you have this unlocked and you're playing with a group of people, if you're running the scout, the mission duration is going to be 20% less, which means you're spending less time grinding, and you're spending more time playing the game, getting rewards, which is going to help you to level up even faster. So this is going to be pretty useful, and if you want to make something your main, you should probably look into getting something like this done first, just so that you can start really getting more of your rewards and your time isn't wasted. Another thing that you get is the workstation enables access to more survival missions. So you'll probably want to do that if you want more missions. And then you have tools, short circuits, and disables electrical systems. So this will be probably useful in other missions. Now then you have radio level 2. I believe that these some of these may not be available in the beta, but just so that you know, because that's what this video is about, we're going to be taking a look at the progression trees. The Scout Survivor 2 lowers the survivor mission by 20% if one or more scouts are assigned to the mission. So it's pretty much the same. I don't know if this is stacking, but it just says kind of the same thing. And if we move up again, lower Peggy Ann's shop prices in the camp. She's one of the survivors that are in there. Then we have the radio again, enables access to more survivor missions, and this one access more survivor missions. So if you want to do more missions, you're going to have to unlock these stations, and then you will get those. Now the radio itself, these are kind of tied to upgrading some of the scout survivor skills. Then the second level of this unlocks more, and then the third one basically unlocks more in the ability tree. So each one of the characters has their own specific ability trees, and if we move back over here, and I believe it's over here under skills, we have the character skills, and the character abilities. So you have your character abilities and then you have core abilities. This kind of leads me to believe that there are going to be more characters that have the same class. So you may have another scout with a different name. Not 100% sure about that, but it doesn't make sense to have a character ability and then core ability, differential. So we have Heather, and this still doesn't really tell me what these do. But if we look at this counts for our skill points. And again, we don't see those lightning marks anywhere. So these are just skill points. So we have her, I guess the skills that you can use throughout the game. We have her smoke grenade, and the first one, enemy fire going through the cloud have an 80% chance to miss. So if you're trying to lay down some smoke so that the enemies don't shoot you, because we all know that the humans are more dangerous than the zombies. That's just the way The Walking Dead is. Then this cloud will probably give your group more cover so that you can live a bit longer. Then we have smog level 1. Enemies caught in the center of the smoke are slowed by 50% for 5 seconds. So this is going to be good for zombies. You can throw this down. They'll be caught in the smoke. Your team will be able to either get out or they'll be able to shoot and kill the zombies even quicker. Then you have the next level. And this kind of all follows up one way until you get to the final one. But in regards to smoke level 2 is going to be called forecast. Increases smoke range by 2 meters. Level 3 increases the smoke duration for 10 seconds. Level 4, enemies inside the smoke are marked for 30 seconds and take 20% more damage. So if you like using the smoke, you're going to be wanting to work your way up here. Level 2 of the smog is going to be the Eye of the Storm. Increases the range of the slowing effect, so a bigger effect for slower enemies. Level 3 increases the duration. Level 4, enemies caught in the center of the smoke are stunned for 5 seconds. So it's going to be a really big area. They're going to be slowed down and they're going to be stunned. And then the last one, the smoke grenade mastery, unlocks smoke grenades as a secondary ability for all characters. So that means that if you like having the smoke, if you really think the smoke is cool, then you can unlock this and then other characters can use the smoke even if they're not scouts, which is a pretty nice touch. Here you have Trust Your Instincts. Heather is able to see all nearby traps and loot for a limited time by holding down the call out button. So with this, you have radio level 1, and these all follow up. We have Intuition, increases the radius of trust your instincts by 2 meters. Then you have number 2, level 2, increases by another 2 meters. This one increases by 3 meters. This one, while traps are affected by Trust Your Instincts, their disarm time is reduced by 50%. So if you're going to be trying to, take out traps, this is not for the base missions, but probably for the attack missions where you go in to take out other bases. This could be very, very useful. Now moving on to memory boost, increase the reveal time of Trust Your Instincts. This also increases the time by 1 second. This is by 3 seconds. And then while loot is affected by Trust Your Instincts, their interaction time is reduced by 50%. Decrease Trust Your Instincts cooldown by 20% so that you can use it even more. So this is her character ability. Remember, this is only for her character. And then we have weapon proficiencies. So each of the characters has their own, kind of sets with the grenade types and then the skill types that help out with the group. And then you have weapon proficiency. Because she uses the crossbow, she has crossbow proficiency, increases crossbow starting ammo and ammo carry capacity. Moving up, increases the equip and unequip speed by 15%. So if you want to switch to your sidearm, then you can do that 15% faster. Increases crossbow reload speed by 10%. You're definitely going to need that. And then increases crossbow damage by 20% and knockback chance by 10%. So these are things that you're going to want to work for to make her more deadly in the field with the crossbow. Same kind of thing with the pistol. You can start off with more ammo and you can carry more. This one will give you the unequipped equip, so basically swapping speed, upgraded by 15%. This is going to increase the reload by 10%, and then this one, pistol damage is up by 20, and then stagger up by 10. And then the last one, kind of the same thing, except this was with the melee. Combo stamina cost, so the amount that you can swing before you get tired, that is going to be reduced by 20%. This one, the swap speed is going to be increased by 30%. The bonus damage, you're going to get bonus damage for this by 35%. And then lastly, the pickaxe damage is up by 20%. So more than likely, I think a lot of people are going to be upgrading these towards the end. These might be some of the last upgrades that they get, but you never know. Somebody might like the melee and go for those first. I have no idea. But then moving on to the last thing that we're probably going to be taking a look at for Heather is the core abilities. Now, these are her core abilities related to weapons, health, stamina, and crafting. So weapons, upgrading the weapon core ability improves primary and secondary weapon related stats. The weapon core abilities are unlocked through upgrading the range area in the camp upgrades. So again, we talked about different areas related to each of the characters. The tactician, I believe, was related to the range, which is with the sniper. So these kinds of things you're going to want to upgrade most of these so that they can kind of affect the performance of each of your characters and their core abilities, because some of that stuff is shared. Now, the primary weapon upgrade increases the weapon reload speed by 5%. Level 2 increases the ammo carry. Level 3 increases reload by another 5%, and then the fourth level increases the primary starting ammo, so you'll have more ammo. And as you can guess, most of this stuff is the same. Reload speed 5%, carry is up, reload 5%, and then more ammo basically to start. Then when you go over to your health, upgrading the health core ability improves health and health regeneration stats. The health core abilities are unlocked through upgrading the clinic area in the camp upgrade. So again, this is another area that you'll have to upgrade, and all of this stuff you get parts and upgrade points for as you play the game, and the more that you play, the more that you'll get these things, and it'll be able, you know, to give you a reason to spend those points and upgrade things so that you can upgrade your characters. So here we have the first upgrade for health. Max health increased by 50%, and these cost two skill points. So remember, this is 2 skill points. These were both 1 skill point. This is going to cost you 2 skill points just for that, and this health regeneration only costs 1. So this is a pretty big deal. Just in case you're trying to work towards that, it's going to cost you 2 points instead of 1. Then moving up, increase health by 50%. This will cost you 3. Increase health by 50. This will cost you another 3. And then increase health by another 50. This will cost you 4. So these are going to be pretty pricey in terms of core ability upgrades. The health regeneration, how fast your health is going to come back, this will regenerate faster by 15%. Level 2 is 25, level 3 is another 15, and level 4 is another 25. Then you have your stamina. Upgrading the stamina core abilities improves the stamina recharge rate as well as maximum combat and sprint stamina. The stamina core abilities are unlocked through upgrading the depot area in camp upgrades. So this again is another thing that you'll want to upgrade with the depot this time. And here we have the stamina for running and things like that. So maximum combat stamina 10%, sprint stamina 15%, level 2 will be 10 and 15, level 3 15 and 15, and then level 4 15 and 15. Then moving on to regeneration of the stamina, we have increased by 10%, another 10%, 15%, and then another 15%. And then last but not least, we're moving on to the crafting. Upgrading the crafting core abilities improves craft time and the number of crafted items to a character can carry and the amount of resources that can be carried. The crafting core abilities are unlocked through upgrading the radio area in the camp upgrades. So again, remember that her spot, or the kind of part of the camp that helps her, is going to be radio. So she's going to be able to craft a lot more, and that's going to be her thing. She's going to be laying down smoke. She's going to be quietly taking enemies out with the bow and arrow, and then she's going to be crafting things and possibly sharing them with the group. And the other thing to know is that the bow and arrow, once you use it, even out in the field, unlike bullets, you can actually pick up those bows again from fallen enemies. So if you kill a zombie, you can shoot it with the bow and arrow, and just like in the TV show, you can go over, pick up that arrow again, and then use it again. So the amount that she'll be able to kind of still lay down fire, even if she's all out of bullets from the sidearm. The sidearm is going to be for in a pinch. You want to take out a whole bunch of enemies quick. But if you have time and you can quietly take out enemies, that bow and arrow is going to be pretty valuable, because she'll almost always be able to shoot. You have a pretty good amount of bolts that you can carry. So keep that in mind. The way that she's going to play is going to be very different from some of the other characters. Now, getting back onto crafting, we have the crafting upgrade. Reduces crafting time by 30%, increases crafting carry capacity by 1, increases time by 30%, and then increases carry capacity by 1. Then moving over, the carry capacity upgrade, you can carry 3 more, then you can increase carry capacity by 50, increases carry resource by 3, and then increases backpack carry capacity by 50. So your backpack, and then I guess the actual character, like what she can hold, these different things. So this is what you'll be looking at with Heather. At least this is what they're showing in the beta. Again, these things can change, and they may change, and this is just, you know, something for you guys to think about if you are thinking of picking up the game and there's something that you kind of want to know about. Then you can definitely take a look into this game and see if it's something that you like. I'll be posting more gameplay videos, and I'll be doing something similar like this with the other characters, just so that you can kind of know what the characters are about, what they are kind of used for, their play style, and then how these points are going to be used to upgrade the characters, and what you can expect from them as you play the game. So again, if you have any questions, anything you'd like to know, feel free to leave a comment down below. Hopefully this helps you out, and if it did, be sure to hit the like button if you liked it. If you didn't like it, hit the dislike. That's fine too. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited about Overkill's The Walking Dead? Let me know. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take it easy. I'm out. Peace.
Gone.